Well, there's only one reason I've come up with the specs because of I got a really fresh cut. Just let me know how is the fresh trim. I think it's really bogus. Rather, it's decent. I think I'm loving it. You know, kind of I thought let's be minimalistic in terms of the hairstyle. Why the specs, you'd ask? It's a big day tonight, man. I mean, come on, Conor McGregor lost because of a doctor stoppage. Not a good thing. But of course, Lionel Messi has won an international trophy. Congratulations to the GOAT. And most importantly, Emi Martinez. My God. He just won it for Argentina, didn't he? And Rodrigo de Paul, well, Atletico Madrid have a very good player. So I thought it's a special video because there are certain special things to acknowledge. Of course, I'm not Lionel Messi to celebrate like that, but hey, let's do something special, man. Let's do something different on the channel. So I thought, let's get a specs, and actually it was right there on my table. So I thought, let's just use it as a prop. So what do we have for you guys in this episode? Pretty much simple. Albert Sambi Lokonga again and again and again and again. Not only that, well, we have an update about Andre Onana. James Madison is also the talk of the agenda for this episode. Of course, we're going to talk about Emil Smith-Rowe, Eddie Nketiah, and of course, Roma again acting as stingy as they can for Granit Xhaka. So the first news that we have is Justin from Sacha Tavioleri. According to Christ Franken, it's confirmed that Albert Sambi Lokonga is already in London, has undergone his medical tests. Yes, before signing for 5 seasons at Arsenal. And most importantly, he won't be going for the Scotland tour, but more importantly, he would be going to the USA with Arsenal for the pre-season. And that's because he's got to quarantine for 10 days, so that's the whole reason why. Well, that is the update. And even Fabrizio Romano confirmed it. He said, paperwork's completed between Arsenal and Anderlecht for Lokonga. Contract until June 2026, 17.5 million euros as opening fee plus add-ons. Official after quarantine period for Belgian midfielder. Here we go, confirmed. So Lokonga turned down 2 proposals from Italy to join Arsenal. We know that, Fabrizio. Also confirmed by another source that I guess DHL Sports. They also say that Lokonga has arrived in London. He will now undergo the second part of his medical. He will quarantine for 10 days, which means that he won't be able to go to Scotland with the squad. But all going well, he will go on the US tour. And that is about Albert Sambi Lokonga. There you go. There's the Arsenal's second transfer update. And talking about Eddie Nketiah, well, according to the sun.co.uk, but no, not exactly they reported, but Alan Nixon is journalist himself. He has actually reported that Patrick Vieira is keen on signing Eddie Nketiah with Crystal Palace, also keen on Nice, OGC Nice star Kasper Dolberg. Nice have Kasper Dolberg? Why are they struggling to score goals, man? Okay, whatever that is. So yeah, I have to remove it because you know what, it doesn't look natural. So I'll stop the theatrics and let's talk about Freddie Ljungberg, who's opened up about Emil Smith-Rowe. He says that he works extremely hard. He does what he's supposed to do on the pitch down to a T. He really tried to perfect what he does. At the same time, he's very humble. He makes everyone around him feel comfortable and very happy. He's been a big talent for most of his life and still having that attitude towards work. I know that's something I spoke out about when I had him as the under-23s manager, because I admired that about him, and then obviously he really stood out on the pitch. He's a role model, what I like to see from the academy, how your behavior will be even when you have great success. Great words about from Freddie Ljungberg, of course, and about Emil Smith-Rowe. It tells a lot about his character, isn't it? Moving on, so according to Charles Watts, Arsenal still very, very confident that they'll get this Emil Smith-Rowe contract done. We all know Charles. They believe it's close and it's a case of just getting it over the line. They know what he wants, what his agent wants, and they're not too concerned by this noise about Aston Villa. Noise? That's really nice from Charles Watts, man. I love it. I love it. Really, it's commendable. So moving on, let's talk about Yes, here's the update about what is actually happening with Granit Xhaka. So Arsenal are awaiting a relaunch of a new offer from AS Roma. Now, Granit Xhaka to Roma is not yet a defined operation according to the website napolimagazine.com. They say that to report it is Il Messaggero. I hope I'm pronouncing it right, or Messaggero or whatever. Messenger is wrong for sure. According to which Arsenal would wait for a raise from the Giallorossi club to give his okay to the transfer of Swiss midfielder. The offer of 15 million euros, in fact, is not considered sufficient by Arsenal. That's the last bid that they made, and that is not enough. So here's the bigger update. Pay more, get your man. That is the plan. That is what Arsenal are waiting for. So that's why Arsenal are waiting for a new offer from them, and hope it arrives. So according to Lukasz Baszek, he says that Arsenal's Bukayo Saka is the second most valuable rising star of the Euros 2020. Analysts from KPMG football have valued him at around 63 million euros. If you cannot see this, I will increase in size. Yes, if you can see this now. Federico Chiesa, the last first one is nationality, age, club, contract expiration, and then there's a market value. Wait, what? Federico Chiesa contract expiration is 2022 with Juventus. Okay, they won't sell him, I know. But Bukayo Saka 63 million euros. Third is Alexander Isak with 49. Wait, what? Okay, he signed a new contract. That's not the price tag, but okay. Alexander Zinchenko 27, Manu Locatelli 39. Even Sassuolo are asking that Juventus pay and stop this mayhem with Arsenal getting involved with Manu Locatelli. If you can't pay, get out of the line, man. Unai Simon, Breel Embolo, and Kasper Dolberg. See, everyone is eyeing Kasper Dolberg. I think the people should actually go and try to get Mikkel Damsgaard. He's a beast of an attacking midfielder, man. I've seen that he's on the radar of Tottenham and Liverpool, but the price tag, I think 30 million euros is the price tag. He was asked, I think, the managing director or someone of Sampdoria. Damsgaard plays for Sampdoria. So he was asked what would be the price tag. So he says before him scoring against England, the free kick, he said the price tag is 30 million. If he scores one more, then it will be 40 million. So probably that's the price tag of Mikkel Damsgaard. But what a talent that he's been, man. Mikkel Damsgaard for Denmark. Unbelievable. I like that about him. I love that about him. Moving on. So before moving on to any more updates, let's go on to the rightful news that we have about the one, the only James Maddison. Well, he could be given the number 10 kit or the kit number at Arsenal. Well, that's not me. That's AFC Bell coming up with that update. So they have tweeted quite a lot about James Maddison. They said that James Maddison camp expects a move and an attempt from Arsenal in the coming weeks to sign the player. The club, through its lobbying and back channels, offered James Maddison a 4+1 contract, a salary nearly double what he earns at Leicester City, and the opportunity to wear the iconic number 10 shirt. Now, this is what AFC Bell tells us. So let's talk about how much does he earn at Leicester City. Well, I just checked out from a website. Well, he earns 110k pounds per week at Leicester City. That's what I know from that website. Well, yes, he signed a 4-year contract, I believe, where he earns around 22.88 million pounds, which amounts for 5.72 million pounds per year. I hope so. I'm correct. I may be wrong, but this is the amount that he earns, 110k a week. So if it's nearly double, I think somewhere around 180 to 190k is what Arsenal would have offered him. 200 is a little too much for him right now because that's what we pay the top bucks. Someone who might enter 30 years, like Thomas Partey, when his contract expires with Arsenal. So yeah, at the peak of his powers, I think James Maddison still has something to do with his, I think 180, 150, 160 would be really good. And that's not it. AFC Bell also tells that Arsenal's seriousness was evident as the spies informed the players' camp that the club saw it as a primary target this window. The club's vigour was well received by the camp and the player alike, and he understands that Maddison openly discussed with his inner circle the idea of leaving Leicester and joining Arsenal. They also say that Arsenal does not seem despair of its chances in this file. There is realism in the atmosphere with the difficulty of the deal, but the club does not believe that it is impossible or a losing battle that he should not enter. We know how painstaking it is to say no guarantees the deal will happen, but it's not dead before it's born. But that's the exact description now. Reach out to James Maddison's direct agents. Actually, they reached out for the comment on the information below, and no denials have come out as of the time this series of tweets went live. It is possible that some journalists will issue a denial of what we have mentioned in the coming days, but we trust the source of our information and stick to what we have said. So James Maddison is on. James Madison is on. James Madison is really, really on, man. And I just can't believe it. I just can't believe my eyes. What have I just seen? Well, moving on, let's talk about, I've given you a very good news. Let me give you a very shocker of a news. Andre Onana has agreed a 5-year contract with Olympique Lyon, according to Get French Football News, offering 5 million euros. Ajax want more than 10. What? Player's agent has confirmed personal terms are sorted, so the price tag should be agreed upon. But let's see where that will lead to. So this is the news that we have for you guys. Madison is definitely happening, at least for now. It's not dead. That's all I can tell you. And I will see you in the next one. Until then, cheers, and don't forget to subscribe.